Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at our games versus STMN in the monthly finals. So that way you guys can understand a little bit better about the pro meta and kind of why we do things we do. But either way, let's hop into the game. All right, here we go. Hopping into the first draft on Minecart Madness. Now, we're going to be banning Squeak, Sprout, and Buzz. And they banned Janet, Carl, and Crow. Again, all pretty good bans. We have some interesting bans, mostly just because those are some pretty dangerous last picks. But either way, we locked in the Bonnie first pick. They followed up with a Penny and Max. Now, Penny's actually a really good brawler on this map, but Amber, we found out, is a pretty decent counter, so we locked in the Amber pretty quickly there. And here, our last pick was questionable, but I still think it was an alright pick. We locked in Colette, more so just to stop them from going Colette. However, they had a nice last pick here with Lou, and I think, honestly, in hindsight, maybe we should have gone Lou ourselves, and it would have been tough for them to go Colette. But either way, this is going to be the draft, so let's hop into the first game. Alright, so hopping into this first game, now we're going to be watching from STMN's perspective. That's just how the broadcast is. I can't change that. But either way, so far so good for a start. The minecart is going to be in their favor at the start of the match, which is just so annoying. I don't know why minecart's a map. It is, I guess, and we're gonna have to deal with it. But basically, the minecart will go and push us back at the start of every single game. If the minecart starts on your side, it's gonna start on your side for the entirety of the series, which is kind of annoying. I wish it was random, but anyway, it is what it is. So Tyrant's gonna get pushed back by Lou. Lou has a pretty solid matchup versus Colette, in my opinion. Zuan's gonna get a nice jump here. He's gonna go down, I believe, but he did cause a lot of pressure, allowing as Livy and Tyrant to push up, which was huge. And so now we're kind of reset to the mid. Again, the minecart just being super annoying basically kills Tyrant there. He has nowhere else to dodge, and that is kind of what happens. However, Zuan's back on the map with another gadget. Livy is doing tons of work right now, takes out the Penny turret. He does go down here, I believe. Unfortunate. And Bobby's going to stay alive with a nice gadget. And again, so far not looking great in our favor, honestly. But we do pick up 3 gems here. And either way, right now there's pretty much a stalemate. We do have a lot of control. And it's actually helpful that the minecart is... Well, actually, I was going to say it's helpful that the minecart's pushing the back. But it kind of puts us in a weird spot. Again, the minecart just sucks, honestly. And Tyrant's going to get slowed and go down there from the Lou gadget. And Super is Livy's going to try his best to stay alive. Zuan is the last man standing. But they are luckily really low. So he's able to kind of hold them back, at least from pushing up. They only need one more, so Tyrant has to make a play here, as well as you can see is Livy rushing up the map. Tyrant gets a kill onto Sands, and we're looking all right as of now, but again, it only takes one minecart to push us back and one gem for them to start the countdown, and they have max speed, which was kind of dangerous. Luckily, it wasn't the end of the world. Tyrant's doing some good work on this right side, getting a kill onto Sands, and at this point, it's looking pretty good for us. We're gonna be able to pick up the 8th gem, meaning we're gonna be able to tie no matter what. And Tyrant is again doing so much work on this side. He does get slowed and stunned, able to survive for so long, does go down finally, but we still have the control, and the minecart holds them back for a while. And at this point, we have enough gems. There was almost some crazy penny damage. Well, that was actually still crazy penny damage, but Tyrant's going to clean up the kill. We get the first win of the series, so let's hop into the next one. Hopping into game 2, and again, you can see the minecart already going our way. It sucks, but it happens, and it could have happened for either team, so we have to deal with it. Nice dash from Zar to get away from Tyrant there. He would have went down if not, but Zuan and Livy are going to do a good pinch onto Bobby here. Gets really, really low, actually, and does go down. And at this point, we're looking very good. The minecart is going their way. We have full control. This is the best start we probably could have asked for, especially since the minecart was on our side at first. But either way, we're going to have to back up. Tyrant's going to get tapped quite a bit from Lou. Livy's going to trade out a kill. He does go down here, I believe, from Zar. And stays alive for quite a while. Does go down. Tyrant gets hit by the minecart. And at this point, it's looking a little bit dicey. Zuan's put in a tough spot right now. He goes in this corner. I'm not sure if this is the right play. He's left alone. He has to jump out. And otherwise, he does go down. But now he's stuck in small form. So that's really, really difficult to do. Tyrant's going to go down here, I believe, in this corner, almost getting a kill onto Sands. Livy's going to do a ton of work right now, getting out the turret, killing Zar as well, keeping this game kind of even in control. We're just waiting until Zuan can get back to big form, which he does get, and we're going to try to pinch Sands here, which we do. Again, you can tell how far or how chaotic this game is. It goes back and forth so much. Right now, it's basically even in gems as Zar picks up his 6th. We are at 1 gem up, I guess, but this Lou Super is just going to cause so many problems. Tyrant almost gets the kill as Livy's trying his best to hold the mid while, well, actually, beautiful shot by Zuan. I don't know if you saw that, but a beautiful shot on Sands, getting him down. And again, we're just kind of waiting. This is kind of what happens on minecart. Beautiful kill there, actually. Now, if Zar didn't have speed, Tyrant might have been able to super those gems and get out, but unfortunately, Zar was able to get those. And Sans goes down. Everybody's dying here, but it's getting chaotic. Tyrant goes down. Bobby's still alive. Does pop another gadget to stay alive. We have 10 gems, but we need the next one, and it is going to spawn on their side, unfortunately, so we're not going to be able to pick it up. Bobby's doing a ton of work with his barrels. I don't know how he had so many barrels at the end of this game, but it was really, really helpful for him. And at this point, they pick up the 10th. We're kind of stuck in spawn. Zuan's going to go in and somehow not trade the kill and unfortunately go down. And a bit of a mistake. He accepted it himself, but you know what? I don't blame him for going for it. Honestly, it looked so tempting, and if he does get that kill and we're able to survive, it probably would have worked out in our favor, but unfortunately, the lose super was holding his Livy back, so it didn't work out, and we're gonna lose the second. Here we go, third game, and this is an important one. I mean, the first set is always super crucial, and it so far has been back and forth between the two teams. I mean, everyone's playing very well right now, and unfortunately, you can see how annoying this minecart is. This is the game that it really did punish us. They got control early, and it's pretty hard to push out as of now. So Tyrant's going to try his best. You might have to pop a gadget versus Sans, but here comes the lose super. It's going to basically get him that kill. Look at this. Tyrant does trade the kill, luckily. But at the end of the day, it's still not in our favor. I mean, or the trade is in our favor, but we're still losing by 4 gems. Tyrant is able to stay alive for a little bit longer, does go down, and the penny mortar, I mean, just things are not going great for us. The minecart is back on our side, pushing us farther even back, and Zuan with so low movement speed, it makes it kind of difficult for him. He's going to pop the gadget, try to get up the map, but Penny now on Colette is not great for us as well. So honestly, very tough matchup right now, at least for what we have. But we're starting to push up the map, which is good news. So we finally have a little bit of control. The bad news is they have 9 gems to their name, so they literally can just pick up any gem. So you can see how aggressive Zuan's playing. He pops another gadget, but unfortunately he goes super low, and there's nothing really he can do. Tyrant's doing some good work on this right side. Zar's gonna go pick up the 10th gem. We tried our best to stop him, but at the end of the day, he's got speed and gadget. He's gonna get it. As Livy gets a nice fire onto Sans, we can definitely turn this game around, especially with Sans going down right about now. But the lose super is going to be a lot, and Zuan's going to jump in. We're going to get this kill, and but there's nowhere for him to go. The minecart's there, the lose super's there, Bobby's there. There's just no shot that he would have ever made it out of there alive. Tyrant's going to try his best, go down. And we're going to lose the first set. Yeah, let's get into the next one. Hopping into the next set on Bell's Rock. Now, the bans are going to be Sprout, Brock, Bell, Bonnie, Bell, and Carl. Now, they first pick Tick. And honestly, Tick is a really hard brawler to deal with, especially when there's no wall break like Brock. And it makes it pretty weird for us to draft. So we drafted Rico, one of the best answers to Tick mid, in my opinion. And we go Jean, just one of those brawlers that's super well-rounded enough to basically deal with anything. They're going to go Lola and Piper, I believe. And I really do like their comp quite a bit. So we have to last pick Fang here, in my opinion. There's not many other last picks that I think that would work, so we last picked it. So let's hop in and show you what happened. Hopping into the first. Now, this was an exciting knockout match. Now, usually you don't see exciting knockout matches too often. Usually you just kind of wait until the smoke, but let me tell you, there is a lot that happens. So Sans honestly just pops off right there. He gets so much damage onto Zuan. As Livy goes down, there's nowhere for him to go, and basically Sans just won that round right off the bat. And again, it happens. Either way, we're gonna have to move on to this next round. We're gonna try our best not to repeat the same thing. And all right, so here we go. And again, Livy's gonna play more aggressive this time, but he does get dropped a tick head on. He's trying his best to stay alive. He's getting pinched very hard here, and I'm surprised he actually died to that tick mine. Now it's a 2v1 or 2v3 scenario, excuse me. Tyrant and Zuan are gonna have to try their best. If we lose this game, we lost this round, so they got to go for it. They're gonna have to use anything they can. So you can see you're gonna have to watch Tyrant here. He goes for a crazy pull onto Zar and hits it, making it a 2v2. So huge pull from Tyrant, keeps this round alive. Honestly, that pull, if we don't kill Zar there, it might be very difficult. Now Zuan does have super. He's gonna go instantly, which I love that play. He gets Sans down, and we are able to turn this 2v3 around into a 2v1 in our scenario. And there's nothing Bobby can do. He's gonna go die, and we actually steal a round from STMN there. All right, the next round is super important here. Whoever wins this is gonna win the first game of knockout, so everyone's gunning for it. Zuan does have super, which is huge to note. Is Livy's getting kind of pinched here by the tick, but on the other side of the screen, Zuan does get a beautiful kill through the Lola clone onto Sans, and after that we just run through them. We get the win. So crazy turnaround from our team, and well played. Game number 2, and honestly, again, Izlivi's gonna play very, very aggressive, which honestly I love. I think Rico does so well once you get up to this spot, but you can see on the left side, Bobby hits 3 beautiful shots onto Tyrant. Once he got hit twice, there's nothing Tyrant can do to dodge the third one. So well played from Bobby. And a little bit unfortunate, but again, we've been in this scenario before. Zuan does have super. Rico's actually still a decent brawler until the walls go down. You can see Bobby's just about to break them. But keep in mind, Bobby has to use that super, and now, or he used the super, and now he's vulnerable to Fang, and we waste absolutely no time. Zuan goes in. Zuan is playing amazing this set, 100%. He's just playing so well as Fang. And again, 2v2 scenario, which is, you know, not bad for us. I don't actually know. We probably have the favorable 2v2, but there is plays that Sans can make here. He's going to go into the open versus Izlivi, and I think this does favor Sans, but Izlivi is just such a good Rico. He's just going to tap every single shot and not barely miss. He's going to go down, but Zuan does not lose this 1v1 versus a tick. I think it's basically impossible, and he's going to win that, and we win the first round of knockout here. All right, next round, keep in mind, again, this Fang super has been detrimental for the other team, for STMN, and Zuan is lighting it up. He knows he's going to go in pretty shortly, honestly. He just wants to go in as much as possible. He's going to get a nice dash onto Zard. Not a kill, but at the end of the day, it is not bad for us at all. Now, Tyrant unfortunately does go down from some nice shots from Zuan. If his Livy somehow hit that super onto Bobby, this is definitely a winnable 2v2, but unfortunately, Bobby stays alive and he comes back and kills his Livy. So well played to Bobby for staying alive there, basically saving the round in my opinion. And Zuan's going to try his best. He basically gets super back, which is important, but we're not able to trade the kill there. And now we're at the last round of knockout. So if we win this round, we're going to win the set. If they win it, we got to go through this all one more time. But either way, we have Zuan super, we have Fang super. That's super important. Keep an eye on him because he will eventually go in, and Tyrant's pushing up on this tick. We're doing some pretty good job. We're going to be a little bit careful. Piper doesn't have any more curves, which is good to know. Zuan is just always ready to go in, and he goes in as of now. He goes for Sans. He's able to get that kill. Well, he went for Piper, but landed on Sans, which whichever happens works, or whatever, I guess. And at this point, as long as no one dies, we're totally fine here. Tyrant's going to get a pull on Zar, and we get the kill, and we get the win. So honestly, some very nice plays from Zuan on Fang, and some clean Rico gameplay from his Livy, and a nice pull from Tyrant. All right, hopping into the third set. It is now 1-1 in sets, and these are the bans. So we first pick Jean. They go Brock, Lola, which I thought was a little bit interesting. I've not seen someone really go Brock, Lola as 2-3, but I'm sure they had a plan in mind. Either way, we go Carl and Byron, and I love this Byron pick. We assumed that they were going to go Colette, so there was thoughts about going B, but at the end of the day, Byron's actually pretty good versus Colette. I mean, Byron just has so much range and does quite a bit of damage, so either way, I like this pick. And they ended up picking B, which I thought was interesting because Byron's good into B. It's not a bad pick, but I just think we have the favorable matchup now, and I think we definitely have drafted. All right, hopping into the first game. Now, we don't have the best of starts, honestly. Bobby is popping off on the Brock. He will, at least, so you can keep an eye on him. But either way, Livy is hitting some tons of shots. A nice big rocket right there from Bobby. That is what I was talking about. He gets an early kill, but at the end of the day, it's not huge. And he actually doesn't even heal up, and he goes for the super damage gear onto Zuan and kills him. So impressive stuff. I was actually really surprised Zuan even died there. Usually that doesn't happen very often, but at the end of the day, our comp is very, very strong, and you can see how fast we push them back. Tyrant's going to go in on Zar. He's basically going to get this kill. Livy's hitting a ton of shots. Zuan is going to be able to heal and get back, and we have so much control. And honestly, Jean is just so good. Tags every single one of them. You can see Livy gets super, gets a kill onto Sans. Could have went for Bobby, but at the end of the day, a kill is a kill, and we still have the lead, so it doesn't really matter too much. But at this point, again, it's full control right now. Zuan's going to dodge out on some Brock shots. It's going to be tough for them. Bobby's going to go extremely weak right now. And Zuan's going to pull Zar. We're going to get another kill, 7-4 right now. We're going to retreat a little bit. We could have kept the foot on the gas, but at this point, it doesn't matter to back up a little bit. You can give them some room. As long as we don't get like spawn trapped, we're totally fine. Now, Livy's going to get a couple more shots onto Sans. We're going to be able to get that kill. And there's the big rocket from Bobby going to hit Zuan, but it's not going to kill. And at this point, we're looking very, very good. Tyrant always can go in. And honestly, once you have Carl super, it's almost a kill guaranteed unless they play it really, really well. And unless he gets tapped before he goes in. But either way, 10 seconds left. Everyone's looking very wealthy on it, or healthy on our team, excuse me. And you can see Tyrant's going to go in right about now, go in with the super. Czar's going to go down. Zuan hits a pull, and Livy's going to survive, and we win 15-4. All right, game number 2, and hopefully we're going to have a little bit better start. Now, you're going to see a lot of lane switches. We were trying to get the Byron on the B, and we're going to try to get Carl onto Lola. It honestly just works better, but we get pinched pretty hard in our spawn, but Tyrant's going to go in, trade a kill here at least. He is probably going to go down here from a nice B shot from Sands, but we're able to kill Czar and take the lead. So after all that, somehow we managed to keep the lead, and we have some decent control in the mid. So there goes another super from Bobby. It's only going to hit once this time, not quite get the crazy kill that he did the first game. But at the end of the day, you can see, again, switching. Everyone's going to be switching a ton. Sands here is going to try to switch probably again. You can see him already going towards the mid as Livy gets pretty low. And here comes a Vengeful. That, honestly, Vengefuls are so annoying for the other team. It pushes them back so much. You can see they already had to back up pretty quickly. And at this point, we have the matchups. You can see they're trying to switch. Zuan goes for the pull. So close, honestly. I thought that was going to hit. But either way, again, now we're going to switch. Again, it's going to happen over and over this game. And that's honestly kind of the strat. I mean, if you don't switch, you're the team to not switch. You better hope that you get control out of it, because otherwise you're going to have a less favorable matchup. And now we're pushing up. As you see, they're trying to switch. We're pushing up at this point. And as soon as we get an opportunity, we're going to switch as well, as long as we don't lose a ton of control doing it. And at this point, 20 seconds left. It's a close game this time around, and we're looking pretty decent. They're going to get a little bit of control here as they push up the map. But at the end of the day, I really do think our comp is just so strong. Byron's going to pop a gadget, just trying to stay alive a little bit longer. As Livy's going to get tapped out. Tyrant's going to go in, get a kill. Zuan's going to go down to the Brock Super. It's getting pretty dicey. We need to trade a kill onto at least one of them at the moment. Livy's going to go down, but Tyrant gets both kills, and we win 16-12, putting us up 2-1 in set. All right, hopping into set number 4. Now, if we win this set, we're going to move on to the grand finals to play. Ended up being Vatra Gaming, but either way, the bans are going to be Gale, Rico, Surge, a lot of tank bans, Colette, Ems, and Ruffs. So they lock in a Daryl first pick, which I think is very smart considering all the bans. So we go with a tank ourselves and Lola, which is a good mid and decent defender versus the tanks. And at this point, they lock in a Carl, and I believe it is a Penny. Now, I think that's decent. However, I don't think you can go both Carl and Penny in this scenario, because honestly, we just go double tank and we have so much damage. We lock in a Primo. Pretty surprising that you see Primo Bull in the same game on the same team, but it's a pretty strong combo. I mean, they can hardly defend us, and I'll show you guys what I mean in game. All right, hopping into this first game, and as you can see, Zuan's going to be paired up versus Bobby. Now, he honestly plays this start so well. We get the kill onto Bobby so early, and at this point, Tyrant and Zuan are both pushing up, and we have 2 tanks on their safe versus they only have a Carl trying to hit our safe. Now, Zuan's going to do a ton of damage. Bobby's going to actually miss the roll, which ended up being very costly for them. They lose out on so much percentage on their safe. Zuan's going to get a jump onto Bobby. That trades the kill. He gets a ton more damage. We're winning this game by so much. And Tyrant goes in. Tyrant gets more damage. Livy is now up the map after he defended the Carl. Carl's going to go in, get thrown by Zuan. And at this point, guys, the name of the game in Heist is to ignore if you have the damage lead. So we have 85% on our save. They have 20 now as Zuan goes in. We're just going to base race. And honestly, everybody's going to ignore on our team. Tyrant's going to go up. He's going to distract for a little bit. Sands is going to go in because they need some sort of damage, but Tyrant's going to come in as well, get a little bit of damage on the safe. It doesn't actually quite get that much, but again, Zuan's coming up the map. I mean, he's just going to jump. He probably could have waited a little bit longer, but I don't mind that play. Bobby's going to land as well on him, so Bobby's going to be extremely low, 7%. I mean, we just keep going in. Livy's going to basically get that. Tyrant is the last man standing. They have 1% left on their safe. There's just no way they come back in this game, so we win pretty handily in the first game. So let's hop in the next. All right, game number 2, and if we win this, we do move on to the grand finals. So Zuan's gonna go for the same exact start. Unfortunately, it's not gonna work out quite in his favor, and at this point, the name of the game in Heist is to get damage, right? And there's a question whether Zuan should have pushed up or come back and defend. I don't hate this defense from Zuan, but at the end of the day, we lose this trade very hard. Like, if you look at the percentage, we have 74%, or Sorry, they have 74% on their safe. We have 37 on ours, and it's just because they ignored better than us, basically. That's kind of what happened, but either way, Tyrant's doing some work on this side. As Livy's getting some damage, we're trying to even up the score, but we know that they want a base race, so we have to make sure that we play the lanes, kind of try not to let them push by. Tyrant gets quite a bit of damage, keeps it a little bit closer, and at this point, we're catching up quite a bit, so it's not quite as, you know, base racy as before. They kind of have to play some defense. Bobby's going to go extremely low as Livy's still doing some magic work, getting some damage, and Sand's going to go down here, and we have full control now. Basically going to even out the score here very, very shortly. Zuan's looking threatening. He's going to go back. I didn't know why he did this, but he needs to defend the Daryl, which I thought was very smart from him after I realized what he was doing. But either way, Tyrant's just being ready, a menace. As Bobby goes in, I don't think he gets any sort of damage as Tyrant just gets so much, ends up taking the lead for us. Zuan's going to go in. As Livy's going to go in, we're going to try to end it here, but it gets a little bit dicey. Unfortunately, as Livy goes down, they have 5% left, so we can ignore, but we have to make sure that Daryl doesn't do a ton of damage. So Zuan's going to defend the Daryl. Bobby's going to miss another roll. Bobby's going to go down, and Zuan's going to, or Tyrant, excuse me, is going to end the game. And that is the series versus STMN. And there we go. We went 3-1 versus STMN to move on to the grand finals. GG's to STMN. It was a very good series all around. Even though we won the last 6 games, the games were extremely close. We had some very solid drafts, and this means we're going to be moving on to the grand finals. And if we win, we're very close to locking a world spot. It's not quite mathematically guaranteed, but either way, if we do win this monthly final, we're looking very, very solid. Let me know if you guys want to see the grand finals, but either way, if you did enjoy, hit the like button, sub, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.